What is going on, team? It is your friend Austin here with AP Space, and today we're going through how to import a resistor, a diode, and a connector from DigiKey in Snap EDA and Ultra Librarian. This video is going to be Ultra Librarian, so let's get right to it. Okay, so essentially what I did right there, I went into DigiKey, I clicked on the diode, this is the part number, and then you go to EDA models, and then you go to Ultra Librarian. Other parts will have Snap EDA and Ultra Librarian, but for this part, we're just going to use Ultra Librarian for the diode that we selected. So here's my file that popped up here. It's in downloads. We go here, copy, and paste to test TE1. Let's make a parts folder. And put that in parts. Delete the 3 here. Right click, go to extract all, and then here's all your folders. And then we go to OrCAD. I already opened OrCAD Capture. We go to File, File, New Project. We want this in our test folder. So go to Test TE1. We want it in Test TE1. Okay, and then we'll just name this TE1 or just do PCB1. We'll keep it simple. Okay, so here's the schematic that we open. When we want to import, it is good to reference for what we have. So I'll reopen everything so you know where this is. In the folder that we extracted, we click on here, and then there's something called import guides. Open that folder, or that file rather, and then go to capture because we're importing the capture at first. And then so what it wants us to do is to go to file, import, library, XML. We go click here. We navigate to where we put our folder, parts folder. We go to capture, XML file, open that, and that should be fine. Click OK. And then we go to File, Open Library. So open that up, and then we officially imported our OrCAD Capture, and then we go to Place Part. We click there. So this opened up. This is what the part hierarchy is essentially. We want to save. navigate over to our project, click here, go to schematic, page 1, we're on page 1, and then this won't pop up unless you select what page. So if this is grayed out, then click on the page and then this will reappear. And then go to place part, and then we want to look up our part. Go to C drive, AP space, test, TE1, parts, OrCAD Capture, OLB. It's right here. Let me just place a part there. The part is placed. What I really like to do is include what part, the part number, what kind of part it is, and usually the value. The diode does not have a value, but on a resistor, for example, I would like to label it R1, 1K resistor, and then the part number, just so your workflow on the schematic is a little easier. So, I think we can rotate this. We can also go Control R. Or wait, is it Shift R? Oh, we can see this too. Okay, and we could, okay, if you want to rotate the part, just click here. Go to rotate. I don't know why I'm not remembering my hotkeys right now. Okay, so that's one way to rotate. You select the part, left click on the part, edit, rotate the part, and then that's rotated. We want the part number as well, so we go copy and paste our part number, double click on the part, so I like to keep the reference the same, so we'll have the reference as LED1, and then the value is where we'll put the part number. Save that. Now, if we want to, we have just imported the symbol. If you want to import the footprint, we need to do this. So we go here, we go to back to our import guides. Okay, so we just imported for our capture. If we're importing for our PCB editor, we go to 17.2 V 17.2 plus, click there. Okay, so we have our .bat file, and that is right here. This is the Windows batch file that we imported. We left click and then right click, go to edit. Now, if you have your default settings on Cadence and you have 17.2, you simply just copy and paste this, what's in yellow. If you have 17.4, you go SPB underscore 17.4. So that is what I have. I have version 17.4. So we're going to type in the file path for 17.4. Okay, so that looks correct. You go to File, Save, Close, double click, left click on the .bat file, or the batch file rather. This will pop up. Just click no. Close out of there. Do you want to save the changes? No, we don't want to save the changes. Okay. One thing to note, do not have your PCB editor already up if you only have one license. Make sure your PCB editor is closed and you don't have that up, or else there'll be a license conflict. So make sure you only have Capture open, and then it'll open in PCB editor. Anyways, so after we open that, we have a few files that is generated in the Allegro folder. So we have our DRA file, we have a PSM file, and a pad file. We want to select our DRA file, our PSM file, and our pad file. Once those are selected, we copy and we go to our Cadence folder, Cadence SPB 17.4, share, PCB, PCB library, symbols, and paste. I already pasted this part to my library, so I will just skip these files because I already added them. If you don't already have this part in your library, just copy and paste it, and this will get added to your library here. So that's pretty much all you do to import, essentially. And then we want to go back to our parts folder, and what we need to do still is, oh shoot, okay. Close out of there. Okay, so when you copy this, and then the PCB footprint is not always exactly the same. So we have to left click on our LED 1 with this part number, and then it will be listed under PCB footprint, and we copy and paste the name of the DRA file, and we paste it where the PCB footprint is. And then we save. We go to here, and the LED is completely imported with our Allegro and on OrCAD Capture. So it's fully imported for PCB Editor, OrCAD, and for OrCAD Capture. That's everything you need to know for importing for Ultra Librarian 17.4. Now, if you would like to verify that it was correctly imported, you can right click and go to Show Footprint, and then this is the footprint that you have imported for your first part. So congratulations, you guys know how to import from Ultra Librarian the full process. Have a good one, everyone. Hope you learned something in our first tutorial.